bring the. We about to get. Fill the room up with some things. One night off and this is it. Always working OT. Overtime and not all time. It's crazy back home.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. And Detroit last season shot up in the standings, largely due to their improvements on the defensive end. Shaq, how'd they do it?
Well, Stan Van Gundy is a guy who knows how to coach defense. I played for him in Miami before he was fired. They play well as a unit, and they're sharp with the help defense.
Did he turn you into a defensive force?
No, I'm not known for my defense, Ernie.
What are you known for?
Prolific MF scoring.
What's MF?
This here mine, this here mine. That's it right there. This here mine. This here. What are you doing? I'm working on my signature dance. Everybody got signature dance when they get hot.
Okay. Y'all work that out.
Young.
I got practice.
Baby, come on, sis.
Yo, Denver, just let it flow, man. Like, whatever happens spontaneously on the court, let that be it.
Man, I'm going to be ready for mine. Watch, Prez. When coach calls me out there, I'm going to have my shot down. I'm going to have my dance down.
All right, let's see it.
Everybody go. Because this right here, this is me pointing like, this here mine. Ready? This here mine. This here mine. Everybody can do it. This here mine. Where the rap is at? This here mine. I'm going to call Drake. Someone get Drake on the phone. This here mine. Hey, that's right there. That's the one. That's the way you shoot it.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast from These teams are having a hard time coming up with wins. Brent, can a losing streak like this get in a team's head?
Oh, it can get in your head, it can get in your car, it can get into your...
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Morris comes in for John Lure. Prez is checked in for Caldwell Pope. Young is subbed in for Jackson. And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Waiters, he's checked in for Richardson. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. On the floor for Miami, Williams is out there with Johnson. Then there's Josh McRoberts. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Ellington in at the point guard position.
Defensive.
Hustle up. Let's figure this out now. Let's go. We've got to improve our offensive execution.
On the Pistons, and whenever that group has had success as a franchise, it's always driven by a team-oriented concept. I mean, yeah, they've had stars, Isaiah Thomas, Chauncey Billups, but at the heart of all their title runs was a group of 5 guys that just played for each other.
There's a screen by Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Waiters with the ball. Now guarded by Prez. A shot by Johnson, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And the call will be against Prez. That is his first foul of the game. And McRoberts kicks to Waiters. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Waiters got 5.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Young dishes to Prez. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. Well, some toughness shown by Prez there, taking the contact well on his way up to the shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And they lost that last game. And they lost that last game by a slim margin, and you can't help but think that if he had a better night at the stripe, the result could have been different.
And he nails the third. Well, the Heat have had a lot of success since their inception, 3 titles as a team. In fact, Brent, you'd be hard-pressed to find just one great moment for a team, as they've had so many.
Well, the thing is, Kevin, they've had so many different ways in which they've constructed the team. Dwayne Wade in his prime, Shaq coming along in the later stages of his career, and then obviously having LeBron James in South Beach for a few years didn't hurt their chances of appearing in the NBA Finals. But it's the what next factor for the rest of this franchise and how quickly they can maintain Eastern Conference dominance. And for the Heat last season, they seemed to have a very defensive approach to how it is that they wanted to play. Challenged every shot, did well on their rotations, and they definitely limited their opponents' scoring by slowing down the pace of the game.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
No question. You have one team firing on all cylinders. The other one can't even get out of the garage.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
As you said, the Heat pride themselves on their defensiveness and one of the best teams in the league, Brent, in opposing points per game.
Well, it shows you just how great a unit they are defensively, but you can't just have athleticism and tenacity on the defensive end. You have to have great communication on the back line, and I think that's where the credit to the coaching staff has to go. They've gotten these guys to talk to each other on that end of the floor, and that's reaping some huge dividends.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. That one misses.
And you got to give credit to Prez there. Puts forth a lot of energy on both ends of the floor.
And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Basile, the pass to Baines. The Pistons working the ball around now. Prez kicks to Baines. Here's Basile. Knocks it loose.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back.
Johnson dishes to McRoberts. Over in the corner, Williams. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. There's the feed to Ellington. From deep. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression.
Here's Dragic. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia. Basile in at shooting guard. John Lure's out there with Harris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Young in at the point guard. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
It's Young on the wing. Now here's Prez. He's guarded closely. The pass to Caldwell-Pope. From deep three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Miami the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
I think mostly they just did not give themselves a chance on the inside. They settled too much for the jump shot. I would have liked to have seen a better effort to get the ball to the paint.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pistons raised a few eyebrows when they took Stanley Johnson with the 8th pick overall in 2015. Now, he's a great athlete,
now.
but some
We're
thought
better
there
than
were
that.
better
Pick it up, boys.
basketball prospects available. But Stan Van Gundy says what you've got to bank on is a player's work ethic and commitment to being great. There's just something about him. He is a great, great competitor. Kevin?
And he's built like a tank. TA, thanks. Thank you very much.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And McRoberts kicks to Williams. Down low. And finished off by Williams.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
And the fact that they're dominating in this way in front of this hostile crowd, you can really feel the emotions inside the arena.
Caldwell-Pope against Williams. Prez kicks to Caldwell-Pope. The Pistons rebound, and Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here's Waiters. 10 points for him. Dishes it to Dragic. Off the pick. And another basket for Miami.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now, when you look back over the career of Dragic, and he's always been mindful to take smart shots, Brent, his offensive efficiency reflects that, and it's rare to see him get bullied into a bad shot.
Well, Dragic has had a great field goal percentage for a scoring combo guard his whole career, but you can imagine, Kevin, how much pressure there is to join a team like the Miami Heat. That can affect some of your confidence. We'll see if Dragic can reestablish that here.
Detroit with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
They really did seem to lack the kind of intensity you need to play an effective team defense. The number of open looks they gave up was pretty shocking. Nice job of gaining just enough separation. That's how good guys in the league are. 2 inches can be the difference.
Right side a screen. To the paint. Here's Williams, and he banks in the layup. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Young passes to Basile. Screen by Young. Prez dishes to Young. And the call will be against Prez. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, he looked
a dominating.
Thanks very much. Warren, it looks like you guys are...
Let's go, gentlemen. We still have one more half. These guys are relying.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hand. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Morris comes in for John Lure. Prez is checked in for Caldwell Pope. Young is subbed in for Jackson. And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Waiters, he's checked in for Richardson. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. On the floor for Miami, we've got Williams. Dion Waiters is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's James Johnson. And it's McRoberts in at the center position. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Well, because he's lefty, you have to say crafty. That's kind of written in the books, Kevin. But Josh McRoberts is that. Plays with a lot of energy and a great role player his entire career who gets out and sparks his teammates with his playmaking ability.
And it's Baines missing. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Waiters no luck. Pass to Prez. Shoots. That one a little long. And as for McRoberts, he is great in that energy off the bench roll, Brent. He leaves everything out there on the floor.
Well, sometimes his emotions can get him a bit behind the 8 ball during a game, but take the good with the bad. Overall, he's a very, very good passer, a reluctant shooter, but definitely a guy you want to play with. Will set you up for a good look.
And the Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in. Heat also with the sub. Weber's checked in. Here's Ellington, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
It's amazing to watch these NBA athletes competing every day. You and I get the lucky seat right there in front midcourt, such size, such athleticism. It's intimidating. Who are the most intimidating players, you think, in the game today?
If you go to Detroit and you want to match up with number 0 there and Andre Drummond,
look out.
You're in for a long night.
harness yourself in.
The way that he can patrol the middle, Kevin, and the way he's relentless at coming at the offensive glass and the defensive glass all game long, I'm really interested in the development of Andre Drummond as the centerpiece, figuratively and literally, for the Detroit Pistons.
Weber with it. Just 5 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. A shot by Ellington, no good. And, well, Detroit shooting just 28%. They're offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Here's Johnson. Good work defensively by Morris.
That set had everything but the finish. You know, even though they missed that shot, they know they will convert that more times than not.
That free throw good from Prez. And business obviously is great in the NBA. Players' salaries shooting up. Franchise values skyrocketing. In fact, Brent, I saw the other day a new study saying the average team is now worth over $1 billion. Some much more than that. You still want to own a team someday?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Can you afford that?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, Kevin. But our game is in a great place. And one of the things that makes me most proud as a former player, Kevin, is who it is that represents the NBA right now in terms of their character, in terms of their class, in terms of some of the stances that they take, even outside of the sport, getting involved in politics, getting involved in their local community. The league continues to do amazing things both on and off the court.
I would say maybe never been healthier than it is right now on all fronts. The way it's played, the name stars, the community activism, all of it.
I agree with you, Kevin.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Well, you look at head coach Eric Spoelstra, the first word that comes to mind is meticulous. He started at the bottom. Now he's here. He used to fetch laundry and walk the coach's dogs. Not doing that anymore. Now one of the most respected coaches in the league. To see how far he's come from the film room to the hardwood, you just have to credit remarkable work ethic.
Waiters from outside off the mark.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Prez, no good.
I don't even know why he's attempting some of those shots. It's just not smart basketball. And he needs to be more patient and let the offense come to him naturally.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. Here's Young. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Young just drilling the free there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Weber kicks to Johnson. Back to Weber. To the wing on the left. Here's Ellington. Good, and Weber gets the assist. Ellington's got 11 points.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Morris a screen. Morris with the screen for Young. He dishes it to Prez. There's a good screen. 5 on the clock. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 5.
And just amazing awareness there. Prez whipping the ball all over quickly to the uncovered man.
Kicks it to McRoberts. Back to Weber. And he makes good on the layup. Weber's got his first points of the night.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like a beaten team at this point, letting him get to the basket with such little resistance.
Basile, the pass to Smith. Here's Morris, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Just claimed that possession for his own there, grabs the offensive rebound and puts it right back in.
Weber kicks to Ellington. Back to Weber. Waiters with a screen on Smith. Here's Ellington. Can't hit that one. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses When it comes down to a 4-game season series, this first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Smith. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Waiters. 15 points in the game. Here's Ellington. Mick Roberts dishes to Weber. Here's Waiters. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. It's stolen by Johnson. And as we conclude the third, let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say.
I like the activity, guys.
Perez is checked in for the Pistons. Young comes in for Caldwell Pope. Basile in at small forward. Young is out there with Levens. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Johnson in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Here's the screen. Whiteside, the pass to Waiters. Detroit with the rebound. Perez has got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Young on the wing. Fires the 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. No good from Bosch.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
Levens kicks to Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Young is comfortable operating inside. When he gets that close to the hoop, the D has no chance.
Here's Waiters. Now the dish to Whiteside. And it's good for 2.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
I mean, to be honest, this one's on us, Press.
Man, I mean, we did not bring it like we usually do tonight.
Don't know what it was, but it sure wasn't orange juice.
Sure it wasn't.
Like, shake it off, you know?
Shake it off.
ich hab so das Gefühl, dieser Tag heute wird dope. Reiß alle Fenster raus und dann dreh die Mucke auf. Leg die Fernbedienung weg, lebt den Film so wie ich. Denn mein Nachbar hört jetzt Rap, ob er will oder nicht. Ja, ich fühl mich so fly, denn ich fühl mich so fly. Wenn ich rhyme, bin ich weit, weit weg von jedem Streit, jedem Stress, ganz allein, bleib relaxed. Bin mein eigener Chef, dieses Life ist perfekt. Die Angst mich verfolgt und die Zweifel mich fast wieder killen. Weil ich nicht weiß, was passiert, ich will schreien, aber bleib lieber still. Und wenn die Zeit nicht vergeht, weil es einfach nicht läuft, wie man will. Und dann kommt diese Melodie, dieses Lied. Ich war nie so verliebt, war noch nie so verliebt, war noch nie so verliebt. Und alles beginnt sich zu drehen. Und alles beginnt sich zu nicht zu Haus und denk den ganzen Tag nur nach. Wenn Leute sagen, bleib mal wieder so wie vor einem Jahr. Damals warst du noch mein Star, ist mir sowas von egal. Oh, Black on Black Versace Dress, der deutsche Kanye West. Nur nicht ganz so arrogant, bin eher so sympathisch, nett. Große Bilder, Art Attack, der Typ, der auf sich warten lässt.